Good evening and tonight, viewers. This is Three Roads Gaming. Let's ride. Last time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VI, we saved the girl. Now we're taking her to a castle. I think this is the first place you can actually buy anything in-game. But I'm not going to be doing that, because that's not my style. These item chests will never evolve, so go nuts. Open them all up. I think that over here. Excellent. Huh. There's multiple more chests than you would think. Oh well, I'm sure we'll never see them. Yeah, this is our next character. Edgar. Oh well, I haven't named him yet, but his name is Edgar. Imagine Brock from Pokemon, Mineta from My Hero Academia, and Irvine from Final Fantasy VIII all kind of had a baby together. And that's Edgar. Yep, Edgar. And yep, he's immediately macking on a lady he immediately met. And Tara's having an internal conflict. Like, oh, I can't believe I didn't feel anything from those words, but come on, a lot of people aren't going to feel anything from that. So when I first played this game, way back in the year of our Lord, 1994, 93 maybe? I don't know, one of those. I think it was 94. Oh yeah, we got a free bed here. Actually, I need the MP, so let's rest. When I first played this game, I got stuck here. And I used to correspond with well, I was one of many people corresponding with someone at Nintendo Power. And I wrote them a letter like, hey, where do I find Edgar? I was very vague, and they gave me directions for a later part of the game. And it was very frustrating. But I eventually figured it out. What you gotta do is you gotta go over here and talk to this lady, the High Priestess. Called the matron in the SNES translation, because, you know, religion. Another unique sprite. This here's Sabin. Named Mash in Japanese, which is, as is my understanding, based off of the Brazilian name Macias. And yeah, despite the sprite looking pretty muscular and beefy, yeah, he was apparently a bit of a shrimp. Anyway, once this guy appears in the hallways, you're good to proceed. Because Edgar's back. And here's Kafka. Everything you need to know about Kafka, you learn here. He's a sort of nut job who'll make you clean sand off his boots in the middle of a desert. And there's the famous laugh. Before we proceed, let's give Edgar the mithril spear. I want to free up that mithril sword. And Locke's just going to kind of nod at us. But yeah, he's a real horny guy, but he's also good at his job as a king and leader. The duality of Edgar. It's kind of like how Brock would hit on anything with a pulse, but was also a legitimately great Pokemon breeder. Let me check on something. Nope. I wanted to see if I could access Locke's equipment. I want to give him that mithril sword. Because Terra has magic, and Edgar has something else that'll very heavily contribute. I want to say one of these guys has a unique line at some point. He's a treasure hunter. He just happens to have the steel command. Ah, the internal conflict. How they caught stone on fire, I would not know. I believe this is a reference to Beavis and Butthead. It was also in the SNES translation. Because, you know, Beavis would go, fire, fire! And it stopped once. So, as is my understanding, there was a family that sued MTV because their child decided to burn down their trailer after watching Beavis and Butthead. Because, you know, Beavis was kind of an arsonist. But it was later discovered they didn't even have cable. They couldn't have watched it. That might be one of them urban legends, I don't know. But they definitely did tone down the arson later on, if memory serves. Kefka seems unbothered by that fire. And yeah, this is Figaro's defense mechanism. They sink into the sand. Better hope you're not like in the front lobby or anything. Otherwise you're stuck. And we're gonna have our bosses, or our next boss is Magitech Armor. Nowhere near as threatening as when we had Magitech Armor. Jeez. You steal. You cast Cure. Alright, so Edgar, if I engaged in commerce, Edgar would have 3 tools. I recommend using the Noise Blaster on them, but Auto Crossbow is fine too. We got ourselves a cutscene. So in the narrative of this game, magic has ceased to exist as far as they know. So, yeah, they have a frame of reference for it, but it's also a lost art. It would be like us seeing a dodo walking around. You can use magic as long as the day is wide in front of Locke, and he ain't gonna. When it's just him, he ain't gonna say shit, but I guess Edgar's more learned being a king. Also, when they say whisper, whisper in the SNES translation, it literally reads out which is just beautiful. Oh, and she's gonna wink at them, and they're just gonna... They're gonna swoon. Yeah, Magitech Laser can hit pretty hard, but... that's fine. Edgar can also hit very hard. Alright, got a couple of high potions. This'll end the battle. Yeah, they're nowhere near the threats they were when we were piloting them. That's why I don't let rookies do it. And in the Woolsey translation, he says, son of a submariner, which I honestly prefer. It's just such a weird thing to say. Up and Edgar, open mouth, insert foot. Come on, man, you're never gonna score if you keep putting your foot in your mouth like that. And this will be about the only time we get to use a chocobo. Because they cost money. Oh wait, don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. To this cave. Go ahead and save outside the cave. You know what? It's not a long cave. How the hell is he... How is he going to return to the castle? Are you going to give him a shovel? This is South Figaro Cave. And we got a healing spring. You rock, buddy. Urak. Alright, let's see here. Steel. It's just consumables at this point. And they can set sap upon you, which does not work like it does in Final Fantasies 4 or 5. As opposed to steady tick down HP loss. Am I gonna stop getting back attacks at some point? But yeah, as opposed to the steady tick down HP loss, you just lose a small amount of HP at regular intervals. It's more of an annoyance than anything. Actually, there are some late game enemies that tend to bring you down to low HP or 1 HP, and it can actually be fatal then. But that's way later. Alright, so if you want to see that cutscene, cast magic before you exit this cave. Because after this point, it's lost forever. Hey, Belmadar, they have a good steel. A good rare steel. That's not the rare steel. It's an upgrade for a character we have yet to get. Also, I believe they are the first monster that can outright tank a... There we go. You can outright tank an auto crossbow. Poisona does what it does in every other Final Fantasy. You know, we got this random cave. I was about to say cave, but no, it's a cabin. We can rest here for free. Not me, I didn't do it. Well, let's see here. Dishes, a potion. Tea, flowers. Well, let's use his bed. I don't know a single man that I've known that expressed themselves through preferred dishes and preferred flowers and preferred tea, but I mean, Sabin can be muscular and a fancy man. I like this line in the Woolsey translation because he just says, "You know this guy?" Alright then, we have our goal. We're gonna go to the mountains. But I'm not going to the mountains yet, viewers. We're gonna go to that town to the south of here. I may not be able to engage in commerce, but I can engage in item theft. Anyway, this has been Three Roads Gaming. I sure am glad you dropped in, and I hope the road brings you back my way soon. Have a good one, everybody.